Hey loves, it's Amber and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. Today we are here to talk about the new update to The Sims 4 and honestly what might possibly be one of the biggest updates that we have gotten so far. So we are here in cast because I think that the most exciting updates can be found here in cast. So we're going to start here. So we are here with our little family that I have created. It's like a little no CC family. I do, as you can probably tell, have CC back in my game, but either way, no CC family anyways. And the first thing that we can see is that Miss Anita here is rocking a new hair. So if we check this hair out, we can see that this is like a new, like short kind of wavy hair. So as you can see, it's got nice little baby hairs. I love it. I think that this actually looks really good. It looks not like a base game hair. This is the sort of hair that I could see myself using a lot. And so I think that this one's actually really nice. We also have some new hairs for the male Sims as well. And this is by far the best hair in the game. I mean, look at this. So this is some kind of like fishtail braids on dreads. I think this is phenomenal. Like, look at this taper, the fade, the lineup. This is elite. This is a beautiful hair. This was created in partnership with Ebonics and Dark and Lovely. And so we've gotten some hairs and we got a lot of teasers for this, but this one is just, it's perfect. We have two different versions of it. So we have the regular version, and then here we have this one that also features like the ombre tips. As always with the ombres, I wish that you could decide what color the ombre tips were going to be, but this is how The Sims 4 works, so we have to accept it. We also have this little ponytail that is, I believe, a rework of another base game hair, but we do actually still have that hair. But as you can see, it's just like a low pony. I love the way the hair kind of swoops in the front. It's really nice, and I think that it is actually technically a rework of this hair, which is less nice. So that's definitely an upgrade. We do still have this hair, so if you want to use it, you can, but I can't say that I've ever used this hair before, and I don't see that changing. But we're going to put him back in this hair because I just think it's phenomenal and it looks amazing on him. Also, we did get these hairs for the kids. So as you can see, this is the little low pony, and then this is the little bob hair. We didn't get the dreaded hair for kids, which is a little bit sad, but I can see that. And then also, the little bob and the ponytail are also available for toddlers. So our toddlers getting a little action in this update. Always love to see it. I feel like they get left out a lot. So it's really nice to see them add that in. She actually looks really cute with that hair. I'm going to leave it. So the other big update for this pack. So I'm going to take our glasses off and we're going to hop into the makeup. And as you can see, there is a new category. So these are the eyelashes that have been added. Two different sets of eyelashes have been added to the base game. So we have this set, and we'll turn it to the side so you can see them. I will admit, these are not my favorite lashes. If I'm going to use any of these lashes, it'll definitely be this set. I think it looks a little bit better. Still admittedly not my favorite. And if we go into the eyes, you can see that we do still have, like if I take all of her makeup off, this is kind of a set of lashes that would have the band. I actually do have eyelash remover in game, so that's kind of why you're not seeing it, but they do technically still have that little band there. And then you also have the addition of the new lashes. So I will admit, I'm not the biggest fan of these lashes. They're not exactly to my taste, but I am super excited about the addition of this category because I know that it means that CC creators will be able to move their lashes into this category, and I will no longer have to worry about the lashes clipping with my rings. My Sims never wear rings because I always need them to wear lashes. And since we took Anita's glasses off to add on the lashes, or so that we could really see the lashes, I think it's time for us to feature another new massive update to the game. So here we have this little button. I'm sure you've seen it sitting here this whole time. And if you see we hover over it, it says apply glasses to all outfits. So we took our glasses off, but we want to put them back on. So we can just hit this little button. And as you can see, all the little categories lit up. And now she has her glasses in all her outfits. I am so excited for this. Like, the ability to copy and paste is just, I have been screaming from the rooftops begging for this, and I honestly never thought that we would get it. So this apply to all is phenomenal. You can see that it's in basically all the categories. So here we have like Anita's makeup. It's all done. Let's say we want to add makeup, but we don't want to add it to all her outfits. So if we click these three little dots here, we can add it to everyday, formal, party, hot weather, and cold weather, and we just hit this little check, and as you can see, only the ones we selected lit up, and now she has makeup on in all of those outfits. So I had already applied this to all her outfits previously when I was messing around with this, but it's perfect. Like, let's say we want to go for a little bit of a different lip color. Let's do, I guess we need to do something you can kind of see a little bit more. So let's give her a little bit of like a red lip. And let's just do that for everyday and formal. So we added that, so you can see here she has her, a glossy lip for her formal and her everyday, but she has her standard lip for everything else. I don't think that this can remove makeup, so let's say we do it this way. Yeah, so if we take this off, we can't apply all to the rest of the outfit. So you can't use it to remove makeup, but it is really good if you're setting up a sim. I feel like a lot of us really struggle with getting makeup on all of our sims because of this. I was about to put that on her, but I forgot. This is our base game sim, so we shouldn't apply we shouldn't apply custom content makeup. I just can't resist. So this is probably the most asked for feature that is associated with this update. Another thing that came with this update, which I don't feel like a lot of people asked for, but I'm very excited about, is just a ton of nail updates. So we got a lot of updates to the base game nails. We got all these different nude nails. We got different lengths, different shapes. We got French tips. We got different textures. So Pride nails, we have glossy and they have matte, as well as like these coffin nails. We have the nudes in glossy and matte. We have just kind of a variety of colors. This is just kind of some different multicolored options in both glossy and matte. Coffin with the French tips, some fun French tips. We just got spoiled with all the different options for nails, and I love these different additions of nails. And now that we have the copy and paste button, I can see my sims wearing nails a lot more frequently. A lot of times I don't apply nails to all my sims' outfits because I just forget and don't feel like it. And so having this, I think, is really going to help. I actually want to see something. If we're to add 2 everyday outfits, okay, these still don't separate out into different categories. So if you have more than one everyday outfit, I think it can't distinguish between separating that, which is fair, but I did just want to test that out. Additionally, we won't be able to see because she has on closed-toed shoes, but we got additional toenail polish colors as well. So we have the Pride toenails. We now just have the generic different colors, and then we have the nudes. So just a lot more options for things that you can add to your sims and give a little bit more customization. Next, I want to go into some more castings here in like the relationship panel. So if we see this relationship panel, we see that Kale and Anita are engaged. So this has taken the place of previously we had fiance, but there are 2 different genders spellings for fiance. So now we have more inclusive wording here with engaged. They also changed husband and wife to spouse. And then now you can actually set partner, which would have historically been girlfriend, boyfriend. You can now set that relationship in cast, and this is the first time that you've been able to do that. So I have Anita and Kale set as engaged, and so I think that's a lot of fun, and I'm glad that we can now set that partner denotation or that partner title here in cast. Additionally, we now have this romantic boundaries tab. So this is definitely a lot of fun and can definitely help with storytelling. So you now have the ability to say if your sim will be jealous if their partner engages in non-physical romance, if their partner engages in physical romance, and then if their partner engages in woohoo. And you also have the option to be able to discuss your romantic boundaries and potentially change those if you feel like for storytelling purposes or just, you know, gameplay purposes in general, that talking to your sim or your sim talking to their partner can change how they feel about their romantic boundaries. So I'm going to say that she's actually not jealous by like casual flirting, whereas Kale, who is actually a jealous sim but non-committal, he's got some interesting traits, would be jealous no matter what. So his romantic boundaries, he is jealous about non-physical or anything. So I think that pretty much sums up everything in a cast. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the game and talk about some of the other new additions. Okay, so before we hop into gameplay, I think we have to talk about the new update to build by, and that is the round pool tool. So we can now officially make circular pools. So as you can see here, we got our rounded pool. I am not a builder. I will not be using this, but I know that a lot of people will be able to get a lot of utility and use out of this. As you can see, the pool trims are working just fine. And I did check earlier because I was curious. The tile actually works well as well. You can see it kind of looks weird when you're initially placing it, but it works just fine going down. So I know that this is going to be something that the builders are going to have a ton of fun with. We also were able to get the rounded fountains as well. So now you can have rounded pools and rounded fountains. So that is a pretty big, I think, build by base game update. And I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy that. Okay, so the next updates are gameplay related, or I guess more like reorganization of different menus. So if we have Kale, okay, can y'all stand still for just a second? If we have Kale come click on our girl Anita, you can see that they now have this new relationship panel. And here in this panel, you just have quicker access to a lot of things that maybe would be a little bit harder to find. So for example, we can break up, we can elope immediately, they can have a science baby, she can immediately ask about another sim, she can view relationship, or he can view relationship, which would pop up their sim profile so you can see that her traits, kind of what their relationship is, any sentiments that they have. Additionally, we also now have the option in the relationship panel to learn more, and here we can ask about romantic boundaries. So he's going to go over here and talk to her about her romantic boundaries, which I think is something that, you know, is good to know about your partner. And then you get this little pop-up. So he's learned her romantic boundaries. He learned that non-physical romance will not trigger jealousy. Physical romance will trigger jealousy, and woohoo will trigger jealousy. He can also see that she's open to reconsidering her boundaries if that is something that they wanted to discuss. So I'm guessing that if we come back here now, we can potentially have that conversation. Also, he can ask about her romantic interest and her woohoo interest. And so this just kind of gives you a little bit of an easier access to certain things. For example, I can never find asked to be woohoo partners. But also here, now that he's discovered, he can see what her romantic boundaries are, ask her to reconsider them. And she's not interested in him asking her about that. But now if we pull up the relationship panel, we can see her romantic boundaries are set here, and to see that she is exploring as well. So all those things are now shown in the sim profile. Additionally, we can see Kale's here if we were to open up his profile right here as well. So you just can kind of see all these things a little bit easier to have access to, and you can find them pretty quickly. So that's basically everything, I think, for gameplay. There will be a lot more things incorporated here with the Love Struck expansion, but I think that's basically it here for gameplay. Now, just to get into some miscellaneous things. So if we come into the game options, the first one's in music. So here you can see now they have a safe for streaming option. So if you check this, you'll only get music that is safe for streaming. I know that people have had issues with streaming and copyright with The Sims 4. So they've kind of incorporated this to make it a little bit easier to produce some content. Additionally, here in the gameplay, we have this new option to allow romantic invites and requests, allow friendly invites and requests, and also to allow automatic breakups. So this will be the first time that we've had this. So here it says, allow Sims to initiate a breakup automatically if they see their romantic partner breaking their romantic boundaries, or if they are mean to each other while their romantic satisfaction is low. So this definitely allows for a lot more options in storytelling, and potentially is why we had some issues with romantic invites and friendly requests. So now your Sims can be asked out on dates, they can have romantic prom invitations, be asked to be romantic partners, as well as asked to become engaged. So we'll have autonomous engagements. So this one's actually really exciting, and I'm glad just to kind of have more things that can definitely incorporate a little bit more interest in gameplay, because gameplay is always something that I like to have a little bit more variety to. The last things that I have are going to be in managed worlds. I think that I have everything, but if there's anything I missed, make sure you let me know down below. So if we come here to our neighborhood stories option, which of course I have turned off. So if we pop back into neighborhood stories, we can see that we have some new options. So we now have the availability for Sims to have romance changes, so they can start romances or end romances. Those are possibilities. They also now can have friendship changes, so they can develop new friendships and things like that. So I think that'll be interesting just to see the Sims in the background. Of course, you can turn it on or off for any households that you don't want doing that, but we now have the options for our Sims to do that. So you can definitely see a little bit more change in the background of your Sims. They can have babies, and maybe they don't just have to have all these babies by themselves. Now they can officially be in a relationship when they're doing that. But that is everything I think that is included. Please let me know if I missed anything down below, and make sure you tell me, what are you most excited for with this new update? I definitely can say that I'm most excited for the copy and paste button. Being able to apply to all that's just something that I need. I'm a CAS simmer, so being able to take some shortcuts in CAS is kind of the best option for me. But let me know what you're most excited for down below, and tell me if you're looking forward to the Sims 4 Love Struck pack, which will be out later today. So you can expect some content from me on that in the next upcoming day or two. But I want to say thank you guys so very much for watching, and please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Bye.